Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. I'm here again with the Roland KC-110 stereo keyboard amp, and hopefully you watched my previous review about this. And this is what I really wanted to talk about, where it's appropriate to use this keyboard amp and where it's not. And if you haven't watched my review of this, please do, because it explains what exactly a keyboard amp is and what all the features of this are. And assuming that you've watched that video or you know what a keyboard amp is, now that you know, there are places that this is appropriate for and there are places that this is not appropriate for. It's 30 watts of power when it's plugged into an AC outlet, 20 watts of power when it's using batteries. And it's really good sound. It is amazing for what this does. But it's limited use, and from my experience, this is where you should be using it. If you're at a house party, at a single room, like a living room, this will do fine, especially if you're a keyboardist, or you got a guitar hooked up here, you got a microphone, you're singing, or you're playing the keyboard and you're singing, the guitar and singing, whatever. It's appropriate for a single room. When you're in an enclosed room, the sound bounces off the walls and the ceiling and the furniture and everything, but it's contained within that room. Now, if you're in some multi-room party, or if you've got a huge room and you've got 50 people, this isn't going to work. You're going to need a lot bigger amp than this. If you're on a patio and it's just a few people, 10 people or so, or you're at a bonfire or at a barbecue, this is appropriate. So if you're outside and you're camping or whatever, this is appropriate. Now, I had a gig that I had to decide whether I should bring this or something bigger. It was an outdoor gig, but remember, when you're outdoors, you don't have walls and ceilings to contain the sound. Once the sound comes out of the speakers, it gets lost into the atmosphere. It goes everywhere. It doesn't bounce off of anything. Maybe trees, but you know, a tree is not a wall. It's not continuous. So therefore, when you have, say, more than 20 people outside, this is not appropriate. You need something bigger. If you go to the ocean or the beach, this is not appropriate. This is not going to overcome the power of the waves that you're hearing coming in and out of the beach unless you go a little farther back and you've got a small group of people. Now, I've done some beach weddings and I have played keyboard there, and this is appropriate when you're not right at the waves, you're a little bit farther back, you've got maybe 20 people or so max. That'll work. Otherwise, the sound just gets lost in the atmosphere. You need something bigger. If you're going to a rave or a forest, again, depends on the size. I would say up to 20 people outside, this is great. More than 20 people, you need something a little bit bigger. And again, when you're indoors, and you've got a contained area where the sound bounces off of the walls and the ceilings and it comes back, but it's contained within that room, you can go a lot bigger, maybe 30, maybe 40 people. So that's where you would use this, and I haven't seen any other videos that really tells you where this is appropriate to use and where it's not. But rest assured that the quality of this keyboard amp, it's first class, it's first rate. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.